Going to be making a pot roast in the Dutch oven, and this is the cut that I have right here, a chuck roast, and this is a little over almost 4 pounds. I'm going to be using some beef broth. It just says to season it with salt and pepper, but I'm going to be using my seasonings. I'm going to put some garlic, salt, some sazon, parsley, black pepper, and then I will also be incorporating some minced garlic. Then we got some baby carrots, and then I will be using these baby Dutch yellow potatoes. This is the Dutch oven that I will be using. I was gonna use a crock pot, but if I do it that way, it will take longer. This is supposed to take about 3 to 4 hours. So let me get started. Okay, here's my pot. I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of oil. I'm going to add a half a stick of butter. I'm gonna let that melt a little bit before adding the roast. I've gotten a napkin and I just patted down the top of the roast. We're gonna sprinkle some pepper, some sazon, some garlic salt, and everything that I'm doing to one side, I'm also gonna do to the other side. Some more seasoning. Keep in mind that when you're using these salt seasonings, you gotta be careful because they already have salt in them. I just added in the pot roast. As you can tell, I seasoned it the same way on both sides, and you're gonna sear it for 5 minutes on each side. I just flipped it over, and this is what it looks like. So I'm gonna cook that for another 5 minutes. I just took out the roast, and I'm gonna add some minced garlic. You can use fresh garlic if you have it on hand, but this is what I have on hand, so that's what I'm gonna use. And then I'm going to let that saute for like about a couple of minutes. I'm also going to add in 1 cup of red wine, and this helps deglaze it. All right, I brought that to a boil, so I'm gonna add in 2 cups of beef broth. I'm going to add some parsley flakes. You can also add bay leaves, thyme. If you don't have anything like that on hand, you can always use some parsley. Then I'm going to add some carrots. So now I have my carrots in there with the broth, the red wine. And now I'm just going to bring that up to a quick boil before I add in the roast again. Now it's come to a low boil, so now I'm going to add in the chuck roast. It's been an hour and a half. I just pulled it out, and this is what it is looking like. All right, so now I'm going to add in, I forgot to mention that I did leave some carrots in there, and I took out some, so I'm going to add the rest of those and the potatoes. And then I'm going to add a little bit of more broth, because it is going to be cooking for 2 more hours. Alright, now I'm going to close it with the lid, and then 2 hours in the oven. 2 hours later. Yep, look at that. It looks really, really good. Okay, I started pulling it apart, but it smells really good. Alright, y'all, and this is how I paired my plate. Added some of the yellow potatoes, some meat, some baby carrots. I also made some bacon mac and cheese, and then some buttered corn. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Can't wait to dig in.